same kind of perseverance that gave Art Sims the strength to turn down more than one tempting job offer to build his own advertising and marketing company. He started with determination and a goal.
I think it's good to write your goals out. I think I avoided getting off the path because once you know inside of yourself that you have the potential to be all you can be, it's your responsibility in your life at that point to be all you can be.
Later in the show, Art will share how he stepped out onto a limb to make a name for himself as a leading ad designer in the entertainment industry.
Commitment to a goal and perseverance help the entrepreneurs on today's show reach business success.
Every one of these capitalists had faith in their ideas and weren't afraid to fail.
Art Sims had big plans in mind when he took a day trip from the Midwest to the Big Apple while still in college, determined to break into the field of graphic design.
He'd never gone to art school, but he had faith in his talent and a lot of determination. He landed his first job at CBS Records and gained the respect of his peers. But when Art was offered a promotion, he turned it down because he didn't want to lose sight of his plan to start his own advertising agency. And today, he's accomplished that and much, much more.
1124 Design Advertising, we're a full-service advertising agency. We provide media planning, media purchasing, and creative services, which include print, outdoor, television, and radio spots. We also provide internet management and creative and marketing as well in those areas.
Art's specialty is print work for film companies. He's created the one sheet for every Spike Lee movie since Do the Right Thing and several other box office hits. However, Art started his advertising career in the music industry.
I made some phone calls to prospective clients, possibly for employment. I had 5 meetings. All of them seemed like failure. And I remember the first client I went to, CBS Records, a gentleman named Ed Lee. He said for me to call him before I left. So I called him from a phone booth. It was raining. It was like something out of a movie. And then he said, we're going to hire you. We'll give you a job.
It was that same perseverance and optimism that fueled Art's ultimate goal to open a business. He worked both full-time and freelance to save enough money to open his first office on Melrose.
You've got to keep knocking on doors. I'm a firm believer of cold calls, calling up potential clients for our agency, having our account executive call. But I like the personal touch as the owner. I like to be able to contact the clients and say hello and take them out to lunch. And you can't be deterred by people telling you no. I get that all the time in Hollywood, but you just got to stay focused and keep moving toward what you want to get done, which is getting your company as big as possible and getting it respected as much as possible.
It was through Art's working relationship with Quincy Jones that he was introduced to Steven Spielberg, which led to his first movie one sheet, For the Color Purple. Art takes us through the process of how he comes up with the final image or key art for feature films.
My staff and myself, we read the script. We create little thumbnail sketches in the margin. From there, we develop drawings, illustrations. Those drawings and illustrations are presented to the distributor, director, and producer for their approvals. From there, we go to color comprehensive layouts, which are mini movie one-sheet posters. And then from there, we take those, and then we go through a push and tug with the producer and director and distributor, and then we come up with the final key art, which a one-sheet is called. It's called technically one-sheet key art that the public sees, and that's used in the outdoor billboards, newspaper ads, anything that has to do with print.
We asked him which pieces of his work are his favorites.
The masterpieces, I have to put The Best Man in there because in current time, this is the first time that an African-American film, 100% cast, had a #1 weekend. And I think that the beauty of the shot, the way it captured the essence of each character in the shot, that's one of my favorites. And then Malcolm X is one of my favorites as well because that's the first time that you've had a logo, like an X without any type. We didn't have star names. We didn't have Denzel. We didn't have Spike Lee. We just had the graphic, and it was very, very powerful, and everybody knew what it was.
Art was recognized for the work that he did for the Walt Disney Company.
We have done 2 key art campaigns. One was Summer of Sam, and the other one was He Got Game with Denzel Washington. And Summer of Sam, we got nominated by Entertainment Weekly as the the #1 one sheet for the summer of 1999.
But running a company takes more than creative talent.
I got the experience through basically my own experience. I didn't get a MBA at the university, so I learned on my own, just school of hard knocks. I got ripped off, I got used, I got not paid many times, but I kept staying focused on my creative ability, knowing that my work one day would eventually rise to the top. And I remember Spike told me, he says, it's all about the work. It's really about not much more than that. You always got to stay focused on your craft and what you do best, and I believe that you got to stay focused on that and not let the personal issues that happen during the business day interrupt where you're going with your goals.
The next step for Art is 1124 Design Films. He just directed his first short film, Rio de Janeiro, a soccer samba.
Every day in Ipanema, Flamengo, and in Copacabana, a passionate game is played.
We want to keep our cutting edge in regards to full-service ad agency and film production. So that's the challenge, is bringing together our creative work in the advertising agency that I have, and then to be a film production company. And in Hollywood, it's difficult to cross those lines. So I think what you have to do is ignore the lines and just cross them and create what your image is and what you do. And I think you'll be accepted.
Some people wonder where he got the name for his company, 1124.
Apparently from the Bible, a biblical verse.
Yeah. Mark 11:24.
Exactly what it says, not quite sure, but you have to look it up.
Okay.
Art wants to share his prosperity and enthusiasm for art with others, especially kids. His company has a scholarship program to expose children to opportunities in the entertainment industry so that they can set goals of their own.